I wanted to start with Chelsea, actually, because Chelsea, two big stories today. One from Court Offside that says that they want to do some kind of loan with Garnacho like they did with Sancho with an obligation to buy. They've also now made an inquiry into João Pedro. Again, they've been linked to them and Fofana the last few days, and they're going to get Gittens. What do you boys make of Chelsea's approach so far this summer and these links to their clubs? Good enough players, enough to get them into and sustain this title race next year?
Chelsea fans were tagging me when they were linked to Manyan, and they were going like, oh, why don't you talk about the fact that we're trying to get experience now and blah, blah, blah. And then you go sign Gittens. So, yeah, listen, Chelsea need to uplift their team. They need to get this to the next level at the end of the day. And signings like this don't get to the next level. I think signing Garnacho is an absolutely horrible idea. So I really believe that. I think them signing Garnacho would be an absolute disaster. There's nothing positive to say about Garnacho.
I'm sorry to interject. I want to say to the viewers, Gan, why are you quoting Court Offside? You mean the publication that Fabrizio writes for? Them, yeah? And Fabrizio is the man that said there's a 35% chance that Garnacho goes to Chelsea. Continue. On that platform, he wrote it as well. So over to you, Sam. Thank you.
So I think Garnacho going to Chelsea would be an absolutely disastrous signing. I think Garnacho needs a whole change of scenery, not just the club. I think Garnacho needs to move to a different league, maybe to where he can find his footing, like the Italian league, do a Scott McTominay, or maybe move to the Spanish league, the French league. I don't think, Chelsea could work with someone like Garnacho, to be honest with you. Like, I just don't think that helps them at all. Gittens is way too young, and is very raw, and he needs like 3 years to get really better. So I don't think he's ready for it right now at all, to be honest with you. I think Chelsea fans, if I was a Chelsea fan right now, I'd be very disappointed with the way that my club are acting. I mean, it's obvious, it's obvious that Chelsea need experience. It's obvious that Chelsea need winners. It's obvious that Chelsea to take it to the next level, you need some help. You need experienced players. Someone like a Maignan would have been perfect. Players of that caliber, players of that ilk. I don't know why Chelsea don't go in for Leao as an example. I don't know why Chelsea don't try to get Barcola. There's news that he wants to leave PSG and other players like that. I'm looking at Habibi, this is not Ultimate Team. You just put two Argentinians next to each other and get a green line. This is the real football, okay? Like, it's just, get over yourself, bro. So what, bring him to Liverpool, play him left wing. Oh, he's next to McAllister, green line. Bro, this is not Ultimate Team. This is real football. So anyway, I think Garnacho would absolutely suck in the Premier League. I think he needs a complete change of scenery. And look, Chelsea need a lot of help right now in terms of they need someone who can come in, who is a winner. And also, there's something else I want to mention. Look, there's something that haven't been mentioned a lot by like a lot of YouTubers and people, which is the fact that Chelsea now need to adjust to playing 2 games a week. Because when you're not playing FC Noah and you're playing Atletico Madrid, now Palmer has to play on the Wednesday, and Enzo has to play on the Wednesday, and Caicedo has to play on the Wednesday. So your same starting 11 is not going to be playing once a week. They're going to be playing twice a week. So I think it's going to take them some time to adjust. But the signings at Chelsea currently, as things stand, the players that they're linked with, it just makes no sense at all, to be honest with you.
I actually think Chelsea are getting away with it, and I actually discussed this with Sam the other day, and I really want to get the viewers' opinion on this. If someone has a team like Chelsea and they finish 4th in the Premier League and they spend that much money, I am telling you, Chelsea now, with what was being reported, have the biggest leeway, right, in terms of money spending, right, from PSR. Chelsea can actually create a team that actually will be very, very competitive to actually challenge for the league. All they have to do is sign 4 players equal to about 180 to 190 million pounds, and they actually are title contenders next season. Why are Chelsea fans asking rivals to actually have a little bit of leniency with them? And I'm just going to tell you, Chelsea can fork 60 million in Eucharist. They can offload Sanchez for 20 million and get Maignan for 20 million, sign Kudus, sign a center back, and you are good to go right away. Here you are, 4 players, and you're challenging for the title next season with a front line of Neto, Eucharist, Kudus, a midfield that a lot of people think it's one of the best in the league, and a defense with 1 experienced defender. That is what you can do. But everyone is talking about a project and all the stuff, and I know a lot of fans are complaining about it, but everyone is talking about, oh, it's a project, we're doing the project. I'm just going to give you an example. So if Arsenal this season, instead of going for Rodrigo, they went for Gittens and they got the lap, is anyone going to give them a leeway? Is anyone going to give Arsenal saying, oh, you signed youngsters, so we'll wait for you for the next season? Everyone is waiting for Chelsea. And if I was a Chelsea fan, I'll be fuming. Because at the end of the season, you finish fourth. You need 3, 4, 5 players, which Man United did last season in the summer window. And you can be a title contenders. You can genuinely be title contenders next season if you sign Eucharist, Kudus, a centre-back, and a goalkeeper, which is already offered to you in Manyan. There are other centre-backs out there that will add to your team. Eucharist, Arsenal don't want Eucharist. Go and sign Eucharist. Go and sign Kudus on the left wing. And yeah, you're title contenders. It's this Joao Pedro. Oh, we're getting Gittens, as Osam is saying. Oh, we don't want to pay 20 million for Manyan. We're going to stick to, Jurgensen and Sanchez. They are sitting.
And the same people that are
failure.
saying all this mid-season, they will come here on the Terrace chat and go like, get the directors out. Directors out. Oh my God, Win Stanley and Stewart. Get them out. We're criticizing them now.
By the way, I'm not saying that Chelsea should win the Premier League for everyone that is saying this. But in my opinion, Chelsea have a team and have players that have the quality to actually be in the mix. Push for third. Push for second. Arsenal went from 5th to 2nd because the manager got things right. And they fell off because they didn't have the squad depth. But they were on the brink of winning the Premier League even the season after. From 5th to 2nd, you are 4th. You have players that you deem Chelsea fans say Palmer is the best 10 in the league. Chelsea fans say Reece James is the best right back in the league. Chelsea fans say Kukurea is the best left back in the league. Chelsea fans say Enzo Fernandez is one of the best 8s in the league. Chelsea fans say Caicedo is the best DM in the league. So you have all these best in the league. Just go and buy a couple of players and you're good to go. Challenge for the league. Because we're going to wait on Chelsea and stuff like this. Who gives a shit about projects, bro? You make fun of Arsenal's project all the time.
Exactly, you become blue Arsenal then.
Like we're waiting for these players to flourish in 2027. Who cares? They're ready. They're already one of the best players in the league already. Palmer had a magnificent season. Caicedo's great. Enzo Fernandez is fantastic. Oh my God. But we should wait for Chelsea. However, I promise you, the same Chelsea fans, if Arsenal don't get Rodrigo and they get Sisco, they'll make fun of them. Oh, they were signing project players. Why are you signing? You should win the league and you should challenge for the league. You genuinely should challenge the league. You have the Euro winner in Kukurea. And you have Reece James.
Can I say something here, though? I've asked questions in the last week or so about Chelsea's approach in the sense of should they be adding slightly more experience to their team? And I gave a suggestion yesterday of for instance, Anthony Gordon. Not old, not 32, but more experience. Another player you could look at is Mohamed Kudus. You could think another player that could go on there right. I mean, Bowen from West Ham as an example. Late 20s, experienced, fully grown, not a kid. There's that question. But there's the other side of it, and Tina's brought it up here, and I want to pose this. Are we not all underestimating Chelsea? Are we not all thinking they're not doing enough? But actually, the Palmers, the Caicedos, the Enzos, these young players, Reece James, who looks back to his best, Kukurea that's already balling. What if they all mature again and go to another level next season, more confidence with how they ended the campaign? And actually, these youngsters are now being added in to complement their experience, which is the right way around to do it. The Lap, for me, I think is going to kill it. I think the Lap's going to score 20 goals next season in the league. I think he's phenomenal. Are we not maybe underestimating Chelsea a little bit?
From which perspective underestimating though? Because
what
me
do you
and Mo are
mean?
actually placing even bigger expectations. So I'm not underestimating Chelsea at all. I think Chelsea are capable of being a dark horse for the Premier League title. But with all due respect, don't expect me to say you're a dark horse if you're going to sign Garnacho. How can I put you as a dark horse for the league title if you're going to sign Garnacho? Last season, you only finished 5 points behind Arsenal. Both you and Arsenal had the same amount of wins, I think, but Arsenal had a lot more draws and Chelsea had more losses. So Arsenal finished on 5 points ahead. But at the end of the day, Chelsea need to make serious signings. And if they do make serious signings, then we'll have these conversations. No problem. I'll tell you.
Not Garnacho and Gittens. Not Garnacho and Gittens.
Garnacho and Gittens.
Let me ask you this question. So I did a podcast earlier that's coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. We did a pilot for a new podcast with
no spoilers, please. No spoilers.
But there was a question that got asked to me, and it was a very simple question. And then when I was asked, where do you think Man United are going to finish? And I said, what kind of transfer window we had? And the host went, well, imagine it goes the way it normally goes for Man United. I was like, oh, so I went 8th. And I suppose that's what the question I'm going to ask you. It's the best way of answering it. Not if they have a brilliant summer, if they end up signing 3 experienced players. Based on what you think Chelsea will do, looking at the last 2 to 3 summers, do you think they're going to go for more experience and higher profiles than Garnacho's, Gittens, and João Pedro's? Do you think they're going to go for players that we all consider to be in the next echelon?
Based on what they've done in the past, no. Based on what they've done in the past, they're not going to go and sign experienced players, because based on the past, they haven't done that. Now, based on if you're telling me what Chelsea should do, let's say Chelsea, I'll give you a hypothetical, right? Let's say Chelsea sign Maignan, who's a good centre-back available, whoever. Guehi, good centre-back. I take him at Liverpool as well. Good centre-back, Midfield, I don't think they need anyone. Forwards, let's say they go sign Gyökeres, Leao. Let's say that's your transfer window. If that happens, I think Chelsea will challenge for the league, but they will fall off. But they will still challenge. So I think Chelsea could end up finishing 2nd or 3rd. So I think they can have a fantastic season if they get their summer right. Because there's something you mentioned, Terry, the momentum thing. You are correct, but they need to ride that momentum. You need to take that momentum and ride the momentum and help push yourself to that next level. Because guess what, Terry? By the time Gittens becomes that guy and Garnacho becomes that guy and blah, 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 like it's too late. Because, maybe certain players regress, maybe certain players don't perform at a level, maybe Maresca's not there. You have to strike while the iron is hot. Go get the players that Chelsea fans deserve and want to help take Chelsea to the next level. And I think most Chelsea fans who are ignoring the messenger and just listening to the message would agree with me. At the end of the day, Chelsea this summer, they need their Alisson Van Dijk window. They need those 2-3 players that are going to take them to the next level. Like Delap is a fantastic signing. There's a video on my channel where I said Delap is a fantastic signing. I'm not against Delap. But Delap is a backup striker for a club that are serious. So you're going to have to go get someone who's a lot more serious, like a Gyökeres, someone like that. So, yeah, I think Chelsea are really good right now, but they're in danger of turning into the next Arsenal, because everyone's talking about processes and stages and steps, which is fine. You want to do things in steps. I understand that, but at the end of the day, you have to do things in steps that make sense. You guys saw with your own eyes as Chelsea fans. You sent Havertz to Arsenal and you've spent the last 2 years mocking him. Literally, Chelsea fans themselves have spent the last 2 years mocking Arsenal for signing Havertz. And now you're doing the same thing with Garnacho. I'm sorry, that doesn't help Chelsea.
I don't think they're going to sign Garnacho. I actually think Delap is going to be good enough if they sign like a Leao or someone from that ilk on the left winger. They keep Neto on the right side. They sign a centre-back. I think they can challenge for the league. But you have Gittens, Delap, Madueke, Neto, Garnacho, and that's not good enough. I agree with Sam. And I don't know why Chelsea fans are accepting this. Some of them. I'm not saying all of them. Some of them are accepting this. Oh, yeah. You don't want Garnacho, but they're okay with Gittens. That's exciting. Enough with excitement, by the way. Exciting is not enough. Khalas, you moved. Like you have an opportunity now, enough of excitement.
There's a player Terry mentioned, Kudus will be better than anyone we've linked to Chelsea, literally.
Yeah. Kudus. Already West Ham wants Sanchez. Sign Maignan, let Sanchez go, and sign Kudus.
Yeah, sign Kudus. Give them Sanchez and money for Kudus. Done. Your winger problem is solved. He can play left, he can play right. Good goal scorer, Premier League. By the way, even if, I'm not even exaggerating, even if Chelsea go sign someone like Bowen, by the way. Goal scorer, proven goals, puts the ball in the back of the net, can score you 17 goals from right wing. Bro, he cooks. Why not?
Well, you like I don't get Chelsea fans. You guys want to wait until 2027 to challenge?
You
like,
want to wait? Wait.
Like you want to wait? What if Man United get better? And suddenly in 2027, instead of you challenging 3 teams, now you are challenging 4 teams.
What if Liverpool sign Isak?
Okay, hold on. What if Newcastle now get out of the hole of this PSR thing and start doing their Saudi thing, their Man City thing? And oh my God, we're watching Newcastle with superstars now by 2027. What's going to happen then? I think Chelsea have an opportunity this season. This season.
Mo, someone just accused me of rage bait for saying Bowen. By the way, just so you know, Planet Chelsea, Bowen is better than all your wingers. Just because his name is not Boweninho, it doesn't make you erect the facts are the facts. The guy has been a proven goal scorer for the last 3-4 years in the Premier League. So Jarrod Bowen, by the way, Jarrod Bowen was looked at by Liverpool as the fucking Salah replacement. So what we're not going to do is sit up here and change energy just because the player is English. Jarrod Bowen's a very good player, bro. Allow it. Allow trying to act like Bowen is this bad player. He's a goal scorer. By the way, but I would rather have Bowen alone than have Neto, Madueke, and Sancho put together.
Yeah, seriously, I agree with you, broski. Like Jarredinho Boninho is his new name, and then.
But if you go ask a Chelsea fan, would you take Paqueta? Of course, because his name is Lucas Paqueta. You know, it's the sexy name and stuff. But Bowen has outperformed Paqueta for the last 3 years. So now what?
Yeah, Bowen is top.
But it's